Dishonored Russian, Hungarian, Czech, Polish edition might just be my favorite game of all time. A game of the immersive sim genre, one that Arkane Studios were very proficient in, but then whatever this was happened. Immersive sim is a genre where various player abilities and observations can lead to different solutions to the main objective. You can use otherworldly mystical powers to scale a building leading to the villain's lair, or go in with a blunderbuss and my favorite activity is going door to door robbing everyone and giving poor people the plague. Set in Dunwall, which is basically London, that should explain all the knife crime. But in this universe, the Industrial Revolution was brought about by whale oil, which is highly efficient because it can both make the car run and also blow it up. Combat is varied, stealth is enjoyable. The art style is something so unique, it's still eye-catching, even when some characters look like they came from Plants vs. Zombies. The possibilities in this game are plentiful. I caught a vibe and decided to replay this game thoroughly. This video is just a recap of that. Right. While attempting to be humorous, it will never catch the atmosphere of Dunwall, the grime and darkness that is presented by subtle storytelling choices. End reading. The game is an immersive sim, so I can't and won't cover every single possibility. It's also a stealth game, which you might not notice throughout the video, as I tend to be not all that subtle. If you decide to try it out, and you really should, your run will look differently. Probably. Likely. Anyway, without further ado, Dishonored. So upon opening the game, you might notice something. It's in 800 by 600, which makes it way easier not to notice the weight of my sins. You can swap to Full HD, but remember to turn off rat shadows. You cannot have both. After deleting a run from nearly 8 years ago, we begin. You play as John Honor, sent on a mission to find the cure for the plague. This game has a subtle glare to indicate it being daytime, and before my guide can lead me anywhere, he gets stuck on nothing. For a while. No matter, I have a child to ignore. Today, we are practicing parental neglect, which also serves as an introduction to the stealth system, and it's a hard-fought battle. After that, we report our findings to the Empress. Surprisingly, you cannot cure the plague with bloodletting, potions, and freaky amulets. After witnessing my hide-and-seek prowess, the feds show up and show us the basics of combat. Attack, defend, deflect, finish. Rinse repeat is the combat encounters in this game. Higher order enemies break your guard and use ranged weapons. Might sound boring, but it's really fun. With my 500 MS reaction time, I get my head chopped smooth off more times than I'd like to admit. But I have my remote lobotomy tool for that. Or I could resort to kneecapping if I'm feeling merciful. So, where were we? Oh right, my wife's dead. And they took the kid.
Yes, he's killed the Empress.
That's bullshit, Your Honor, he wasn't even there!
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
Damn, this universe also has advanced interrogation tech.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
Oh shit, they let me have both Brad and Key. Getting out, we are presented with our first stealth assassination. You can also choke people out for a pacifist run, but that takes time and leaves you vulnerable. The 2013 AI also sometimes does that, I guess. Using a conveniently found bomb, we escape through the sewers. Experiencing grime and sadness, we find the weapon of the game, a fidget spinner with a blade attached to it. I'll use it wisely. At the end of the tunnel, we meet Samuel, the boatman who will deliver us mission to mission. First destination? The Hound Pits Pub. The name isn't literal. This is your base of operations. You come here and speak with Admiral Havelock to get your next target, and not to ask what's happening downstairs. Stock up on ammunition and get upgrades for your gear from the local craftsman. He also crafted the iconic mask after dreaming of the void. In this dream he felt death itself staring back at him, leading to him creating the mask to inspire that same dread in others. Anybody else got full body chills from that? And finally get some rest after spending months in prison. Justice will wait, for I am EP. Whoa. Don't ever buy no weed from the gas station, bro. It got me waxing poetic with inverted hero brand. So John God here introduces me to the concept of friendship and magic, but mostly magic. The magic abilities are bought with runes. Runes are carved out whale bones with the insignia of the outsider. They are scattered throughout in-game locations. You find them using this weird-looking heart that has the voice of the Empress. Some are out in plain sight. Some require specific actions to be taken. Some have the outsider come out and talk to you. Your first ability is given to you for free. Blink. Traverse a slight amount of distance in an instant. Uses 20% of the mana pool. Coincidentally, also what the mana pool recovers on its own. The breadth of your stealth gameplay. Let's avoid the whale-shaped elephant in the room. That's for the lore heads, and I'm here just to kill people.
Wall citizen. Inspect your neighbor's spaces closely. If there is any sign of blood on the eyelids or cheeks,
Waking up from our 12-hour nap and going mud diving for power, we are tasked with the secret mission of killing the Pope. He might know where our child is. He was also right here, and I have always wanted to eliminate a political figure. Hello guys, welcome to John Clavering Boulevard, famous for its pro parkour architecture, fun hangout activities for you and your friends, and the wall of instant death. Did you know that this is an immersive sim, by the way? With my pants sufficiently pissed, I head for the side route, witnessing a grandma throwing some shit away, getting bothered by pesky hooligans. I take care of that for her, and she gives me a room. But honestly, I would do this shit for free. Her calling me dearie got me acting unwise. And for the last act of service for her, with these plague rat guts, I will be poisoning the monetarily challenged. I'm sure she has her reasons, she seems very level-headed. While we are at it, let's talk about Dark Vision, the butter of your stealth gameplay. It lets you see enemies through walls. But that's boring and I don't care. What is interesting is its second upgrade that gives it the ability to see items as well, giving you the opportunity to loot entire levels of the game. Most levels have a couple saves on them as well. The combination is always somewhere on the same level. Finding it is a fun challenge. This one, for example, is written like 5 meters downstairs. They say not to bring a gun to a sword fight. Nobody said anything about a crossbow.
I hear the second day is when the skin really starts to come all the way off. Is that true? Or is it the itching that really gets you? Or the rats?
Jasper, isn't it? It's not so bad in here. Except I missed your wife.
Bro fucking rolled, man. Freeing one of our allies, we entered the office of the High Overseer. The first route that I spotted was through the sewers into the kennels. I don't think Princess liked me stealing her food. The Overseers are a strong faction. Eliminating their leader would be a tough task. But with the power of a flashback 30 minutes prior, I know that he's gonna try to poison someone at this next meeting. I saw the glasses and he slumps over and fucking dies. I take his funny blackmail book and leave the level. What an anticlimactic way to end it. 10 out of 10. Wake the fuck up, Samurai. We got a plague to contribute to. Collecting money for not poisoning an ally. We got ammunition and upgrades from Piero that I will talk about in a second. And before we embark on the mission, we get debriefed on our targets, who are Mr. Brainiac's brothers. And also apparently pretty bad politicians and landlords. Honestly, not even sure what they did wrong.
The main thing is to make
Hello again, this is John Clavering Boulevard. They got the all-seeing eye installed now. Did you know that this is an immersive sim, by the way? With the main road being even more cluttered and the side just being there. The choice is obvious, but the people that I poisoned want to have a word with me. Something about catching the culprit? Of course I agreed. That vile criminal should be punished at any cost. Exiting the building, we can see the many struck by the plague. Who could have done that? And to dispose of them, I will be using my trusty blunderbuss. Let's talk about tools in general. The gun speaks for itself. Upgrades that I bought earlier allow for a cool spin reload. I love spinning. We've seen what the crossbow can do. It can also be armed with incendiary and sleeping bolts. The spring razor divorces limbs from the enemy's body when it decides to work. Rewire tool makes enemy machinery work against them. And the grenade is self-explanatory. Works well on the gang stalkers waiting for me outside the facility. Immersing through the level very similarly, we prevent some police brutality.
Thank you, sir. You saved me. How can I thank you? I have nothing. Again.
So fucking confused. We collect the information we need. In exchange for it, we get a key, which leads to a better way into our target location. The Golden Cat. House of Gooning, if you will. Did you know that this is immersive sim, by the way? I love storming in through the front door as much as the nice guy. But personally, I will take possession of a fish and go through the shitter instead. You know, like any other normal human would. I don't think I need to explain what the ability does. It's literally right there. Maneuvering through the interior, we find one of the targets in the sauna, another somewhere on the 3rd floor, and then there's...
Finally. I've been like this for 20 minutes. Your footsteps sound a little loud. Have you gained a little weight, Hannah?
the painter. He's very important, I swear. He has a safe in his house that has a fuck ton of money. So this time we use advanced interrogation tactics to persuade him to give it to us. It's not a comfortable process, but it must be done. Now, back to saving my daughter. Oh, what? She just left. How the fuck did she get through this? Taking the opportunity, I loot the painter's safe and get the invitation to the Lady Boyd's party. We will come back to that later. Going back to killing politicians. The neat part about the steam room is that it can act as a mini oven, and the smoke room has an open window. Easy as that. No time to rest though, as we already need to depart for the next target. A genius scientist who hides at the top of his evil lair. He was also right here, by the way. It appears my reputation precedes me, for whatever reason. And before he escapes, we need to interrogate him. Welcome to Caldwin Bridge. We got 2 tasks at hand. Get to the evil tower with the scientist, and turn off the bridge lights so we may leave unbound. Let's stop and talk about my favorite ability. Time Band level 1 slows time for your surroundings. Time Band level 2 stops time entirely. The ultimate setup ability. Get rid of groups of enemies. Loot even more stuff in even dangerous places. Take possession of an enemy shooting you and walk over the bullet. That burns your entire mana pool. You could have pressed just one button. Holy shit, man, watch out, there's a tank of highly volatile whale next to you, man. Anyway, back to completing the level. And before you know it, we are at the bridge. And before it stands the pylon of death. I could just walk past it, or using the rewire tool, recreate Infinity War. Endlessly more entertaining. Scaling the bridge for a beautiful view. I never did finish terrorism school. Coming down, fighting the local fauna. Rescuing local residents, and losing to the reaction time boss. We get to the last section of the map, and are greeted to the human pen. And so, we let them go. To get rid of the guards, I employed a stealthy trick that I learned from my hero Megumi Fushiguro. With this treasure I summon fucking rat attack. What? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, what if I talk to them first? I didn't realize they had survival instincts from a panda. Jesus, finally. Worth it, I guess. Moving through the interior, past the most useless wall of light in the universe. Seriously, I think it only stops you if you are 5 feet and under. Running to the top, we finally meet him. Can't kill him though, cause he still holds info. Just gotta take him for chat over some tea. I have a confession to make. I get very confused when there is no boss fight at the end of the level. It's like I forgot that not every game has to include me being impaled. Rise and shine. Torture's back on the menu. Torture's back on the menu. If it were me, I'd put his ass in the brazen bull, but no, it's rats again. You could buy him a drink alternatively, but that's slightly less satisfying and 200 coins more expensive. So, after wishing Emily goodnight the American way, we depart. The info we got isn't all that great. We only know the name, Lady Boyle, the new regent's lover and his most generous donor. One small caveat, there's 3 Boyles. Welcome to the Lady Boyle Manor. The ambient sound of fireworks destroys my ears. The amount of people struck by the plague is multiplying exponentially. Summoning rats will not help as they are both carriers of the plague. They are not, however, immune to lead. Mother Nature works well too. Wind Blast is not an ability I use often. It's just, you know, underwhelming. Similar deal with the passives. Better HP, better movement, better stealth, better combat. Speaking about passives, Bone Charms also grant you various minor passive effects. Anything from enemy grenades detonating slower, to adding rats into your diet, to undefined. I will be honest here, I don't really use them. Not to make my run any harder, but purely because I have brain damage and can't be bothered to go in the menu and pick them out. Passives are nice and are useful, just not much there to talk about most of the time. What is there to talk about are these fucks. Due to an increase in weepers and the rat population, the city is now deploying tall boys. Impossible to kill from the ground, even unconventional means prove difficult. If you remember, 30 seconds ago, in the third level, we picked up an invitation for this exact party, which will come in handy when I jump the fence again. I love me my immersive sim. Before heading inside, we have a mailbox to pipe bomb. Delivering the payload, you are forced into a pistol duel Wild West style, and I don't lose those. The main mission might be the easiest in the entire game. The ball matter itself is a free money generator. Everyone has 200 gold taped to their back, and nobody cares about it being gone. Well, almost. And the second floor has paintings and valuables. Along with that, on the second floor are the Boyle personal rooms, giving you clues about their character and who is the target. With that info, I simply say that there is something exciting in the basement and kill her there. Very interactive, thanks Arkane. But they are randomized, so on replay I use different methods. And with the strongest ally falling, the Lord Regent is at his most vulnerable, and we leave without wait.
Building the sentry. Oh shit! Watch out!
I knew you'd come for me, assassin. Guardsmen are on their way to intercept you now, so run or fight! Corvo! You're the masked villain we've been searching for. This time, Corvo, you'll face your execution instead of slipping away. I'll see to it myself.
That's it. The people behind the execution of our emperors have been dealt with. Only person left is Dowd. He was also right here. But first,
Did you kill anybody tonight? How many?
after hearing weird congratulations from Emily, celebrations are in order. And after an eventful night, I'll rest first. Always been a lightweight.
Samuel, you move like you've been drinking. Did the poison work its magic? Is he dead?
Yes, sir. I believe Corvo has breathed his last. Just as you wanted.
You've done a fine job, then.
Remember, we need the...
Why I keep sticking my neck out for you eludes me. But I only gave you half the poison, Corvo. I can hardly blame them for turning on you. After all the people slaughtered in the name of this cause. I'll drop you in a boat, and then I've got to ship out myself before they smother me in my sleep.
So I think piling bodies in my wake was not a good influence on my surroundings, and now I am dishonored twice. We are in the flooded district, captured by Dowd himself. Samuel hit a gnarly turn sending us down the river. He took away my spinny knife too. While we get out of a cage blocked by a wooden pallet, genius move by a professional killer, let's talk about the chaos system. At the end of every level, you see your score, high or low chaos. Every single enemy in this game has either a lethal or non-lethal way of disposing of them, including major targets. The clues are fairly easy to find. Sometimes they find you. If you aren't excessive in your murders and help those around you, you keep low chaos. But getting rid of people execution style and making the lives of residents of Dunwall worse will grant you high chaos. The world changes with the chaos. Rats and beepers increase. There are more guards, and various other little or not things. I think I should have actually read the tutorial tips. Your allies still betray you no matter the chaos, but that's the story. Most important of them all, it affects Emily, who is to be the next Empress, mostly represented by the drawing she makes going from cheery to AI generated, and we have to save her again. Also pro tip, if there are conflicting keybinds, the game presses both. To get out of here, we must get past Dowd and his assassins. They are adept at using the crossbow, and 2 have been touched by the wound, giving them teleportation and aura farming abilities. But the main man Dowd is not far. Getting into his office, we can hear him venting into his private Twitter account. This is the closest the game gets to having a boss fight. She doesn't hesitate to overwhelm you with numbers, and also uses time bed, which makes for a pretty cinematic fight. But he's still human, so bullets work. Can you tell that I love using the gun?
I have one more surprise for you. I asked for my life when I killed your Empress and took her daughter. Something broke inside me. Now I see the design on the back of your hand. The mark of the outsider himself. And I remember all I've done. And you choose mercy. Unexpected.
Exiting the flooded district, we are greeted with horrors unfortunately completely within my comprehension. The area up ahead is tough, has 2 tall boys and an open field with backup. Stealth is tricky as it's lit up considerably. It's gonna be a hard-fought battle.
Post. We need to make up our minds. That guy in the mask I saw, he came up from the dry canal.
What's up, guys? Or alternatively, you could type noclip and fly to the end. Going into the sewers, we find the distillery gang. What's left of it anyway. And he's telling me that to go through, I need to confront whatever SCP got them killed.
The wrinklier the resin, the sweeter the fruit.
My beloved.
Don't let her kill me!
You have to
You can have anything I own. Corn, whiskey. I gotta
Shut up, Moid. I get it, Loki. Sometimes to keep your beauty, you need to eat some people. I would never judge. And after killing another small family, we get back to the Hound Pits Pub, our base of operations, the place where you can kill Piero, now with a friend. My home has federal agents in the walls and I'm gonna blow them up. Our child has been taken away and our allies are nowhere to be seen. Piero and Sokolov made another crime against humanity, an arc pylon that's not single target, but instead everyone in the area gets obliterated. So, we're back to square one. The people that even remotely cared about us are dead, and our mission is once again to save Emily.
Island is a bloody mess. Looks like they fought. Maybe over Emily just after they landed. I'll bet the Admiral's got her locked up in the lighthouse somewhere. Pendleton's lost the first round. He's probably dug in someplace, doing his best to drink himself to death. I suspect it's Martin's got the lighthouse under siege. They turned on each other at last. So the Admiral's power mad, Martin's a snake, and Lord Pendleton is a coward. And you, Corvo, the things you've done, you could be the worst of us. I've seen a lot traveling with you. Now get off my boat. I'd wish you good luck, but I'd be lying. Out, Corvo. I'll let you go this once. I don't like what you've become. No better than these traitors. That's why I'm gonna tell them you're coming.
You're my hero. The others are all dead, aren't they? That's alright, because I was going to have them killed anyway. I am going to be Emily.